Hey everyone, back at it again with another crazy, mindless bullshit, dumbass brain team, right? Crap! Sorry about that. Fuck. Okay, so I just found this crazy new team. Maybe someone already discovered it. Sorry for yelling at the mic, but okay. So we are using Marisol, Gregor, and Ishmael. Why? Because they're overpowered. Specifically, Leo section. Pick the maggots. They're overpowered. And LCCB assistant manager, because Ishmael is my favorite. Mainly because, well, I guess we can't see it, but her ego. This one, if not everyone's gonna have it, but she's just kind of there because she wins clashes and she has a gun. Guns are cool, as I mentioned before. What are we looking at inside? Well, so we're about to learn the difference between burn and what's the other thing? Bleed, and why I much prefer burning over bleeding. Not on myself, just on the enemy. So bleed lasts for a while. Like you apply the bleed, they lose HP every turn. But my biggest issue with bleed is that the damage is applied after combat starts for a second round, whereas burn will apply immediately afterwards because the burn stacks will go away. So again, this is a I win team. Very simple. Okay, so Gregor is applying the heat. Marisol's applying the heat. He's at 5. He just took 5 points of damage. That's not very impressive, right? Ideally, you can get some crazy ass E.G.O.s that will just poop all over this game. I had a run where I start off with that microchip. If I'm not lazy, I might throw out the graphics, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about, where when you damage, you apply a burn, and then it rounds up or something crazy like that. That stuff is nuts. So let's go next. Yep. Actually, for this run right here, I will actually level up Ishmael twice. She obviously does not do more damage than Marisol or Gregor in this specific situation, but I want to get her to he, just so she can get her thread. So okay, it requires her SSR ego. Not a lot of people have that, and I understand that completely. But this is a hypothetical team if you happen to get that, and then had enough thread to unlock it. Which, with the new update, look, he's dead. He just died. Those two punched him for 5, and then he just burned over. We didn't even have to go to the next phase. He just died. The fire killed him. That's all there was to it. All right, Marisol. The next both will go towards Ishmael. So one skips the fight. Center power up. Let's throw it on Ishmael. Perfect. She doesn't have a Teth yet. Let's see here. Let's see. So that's the biggest difference I like about burn versus bleed. Burn does go away, but hypothetically, let's just say, because in one of my runs, okay, sure, why not? It's not responding. There we go. Whatever. In one of my runs, I had all burn E.G.O.s, just every E.G.O that was burn related, and I was doing absurd amount of damage, way better than a bleed run I did right afterwards. We're talking about, we're burning for 40 damage, like on Mirror Phase 2. Like, people died immediately, or just if they weren't staggered, they got staggered afterwards, which is crazy. So again, very simple. You press the I win button, little effort involved. Again, Ishmael is my go-to, just because I really like LCCB, and the biggest thing is her ego. Of course, not everyone's gonna have her. If you don't, I highly suggest using Hong. He's also absurdly overpowered. So right here, because I only have this at thread spin 2, I think this costs 30. 30 thread spin right now is kind of a lot. but we will be farming thread spin in about 3 days from this video's release. And this one, on hit, if target had burn, inflict 1 burn on 3 random enemies. That's crazy. So, pick that. This is not the bread and butter, but this is kind of like you're eating a main dish for your appetizer. You're not eating bread and butter anymore. You're eating a beef Wellington at this point. And you know what? It might as well cost as much as a beef Wellington to get that one, right? But I know a lot of people suggested that Marisol and Ishmael was the go-to for your rerolls. So there's a high chance a lot of you guys who are free to play might actually have this. And then you roll Ishmael, and you're like, wow, why is it when I hit my auto button, she just kills my own teammate? You guys should probably read, but that's not the point right now. So this team's gonna go online soon. Shot him to the head. Alright. So this dude was at Overfull, did not stagger, but the burn staggered him. That's how good it is. I genuinely believe burn is very powerful. So he's at 3, 4, 5. And now she's gonna hit. Alright, he's just dead. Huh. Something tells me I don't know how E.G.O.s work. Guys? Ah, sick. Alright, cool. We have 1 piece of Exodia. There's 3 total, I believe. So after dealing damage to enemies using a lesser burn skill effect, inflict 3 burn on the target. We're gonna burn the shit out of them. If the enemy had 20 plus burn at the start of the turn, double their current burn. So if we can stack up to 20, they take 40, a billion% chance they will just die. We need other people. No one else. So no one else has fire except for Ryosho's you know, E.G.O. But we're not gonna be pressing the E.G.O. button because we're just gonna press the all button unless we get the shark again, which sucks. Both of these characters kind of suck at winning clashes. I'll be honest with you. They do a ton of damage, but they can't win clashes to save their lives. I like Faust. As we know, I made a video about how good Faust is. Faust is generally powerful. One of the best 2 stars in the game, if not the best 2-star. Just the pure raw power. That is what I was referring to. This. Okay, cool. So, let's run... Oops. We need him to make Exodia work. So, in this one, we're probably going to try and get... So, I don't ever suggest trying to go for E.G.O.s in order to make your build work, because you're just setting yourself up for failure. Having the raw levels from just hitting the single swords will always be a better bet to at least guarantee a 100% clear rate on Mirror 3, because as we know, Mirror 3 can get out of hand. You can encounter the sharks, you can encounter those blunt guys. Okay, that guy, already 14 fire, that dude's 9, took 3 damage, 1's dead. Look at that damage. This is absurd. And then she's gonna shoot the shit out of him. That's great, I love this. Yeah. Look at that. So not only are they doing a lot of damage, which is great, but we're on Mirror 2. Not that exciting. This isn't where the difficulty is, but when I had that build going for that one run, which I wish I recorded, but I was streaming. Again, check out twitch.tv/Garmgar. It's in the description. If you want to come, I stream at very random intervals because I'm a degenerate. At the start of the turn game, when Gloom E.G.O, Resource, and Win E.G.O. We don't need this. Again, we're just all clicking. Sticky Muck after dealing damage by using a Gluttony. I'm not too familiar with these yet. Sorry. I know no one in our team is doing Pierce, so let's just go ahead and get the Bloody Gadget. Bloody Gadget, all around very good. It's free damage up. Genuinely very powerful. Go here. A Dark Place. I remember I did this once. Let's ride hello. I remember I did this once. Yes! Yes, we got it. This one. The Pinpoint Logic Circuit. We don't need the graphic anymore. Fuck you, previous Garm. This one is absurd. Right here. We We might as well. We're good to go. Let's just take the souvenir and get out of here. All right. I think if you keep talking to it, it gives you more shit, but I don't care. I got this. I'm pretty sure I should have talked to it, but I'm just going to show you how powerful this is. Oh man, I'm excited. The only thing we need now is like another fire one. I think it was the Ring of Fire or something like that. This one, whew, insane pace. Streets 112, baby. Shout out to anyone that got that reference. Ooh man, I feel like half this is like just watching the cutscene. Okay, let's go. Not cutscene, but the loading screen. Okay, 11 damage, dude. They're all staggered. I mean, of course, guys are powerful, but the fact that Burn is just ripping these guys apart. Super crazy. Super crazy. I think this is way better than my previous team that I was talking about. This is genuinely fucking mindless. Like, I mean, sure, you gotta get lucky with some E.G.O.s, but even without that, you saw how good they were. They were staggering units who shouldn't have been staggered. That's just a free win. But now that we got 2 out of 3, or maybe 4, I don't know how many burn E.G.O.s there are. I never pay attention to the burn. Now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it out, Mr. Krabs. Deep cuts. God damn it. Another thing that makes this character so good, aside from just those burns, is he wins clashes. He's a clash winner. Very powerful character. Ooh. Same for the Marisol. Those two, they just genuinely win clashes, so they're always good. You win clash, win game. That's all there is to this. Have strong characters that win clash, like Rodion and all that other crazy shit. Come on, good damage. Alright, that's pretty good. 5, 10. Look at that! He's just dead. That was all burn damage. Man, I hope I get that shark again, just so I can like show you guys how good it is. He's gonna burn to a crisp, or I have to use E.G.O. and save the run. Okay, no one's bleeding on our team. Skill damage 10, damage to staggered enemies. So, this is probably one of my absolute favorite if you run a bleed comp, which many of you will. It's go-to best one, because most of the SSRs in this game are, 3-0s do bleed. But I'm going to go with this, because Weapon Tears is still it's still beneficial to my team. Let's go ahead, get more EFP. We don't need to heal. You guys miss Yuri? I miss Yuri. Alright, loading. Okay, gangsters. You hit the I win button, of course. Wow, she won. That's amazing. $20 damage, 13. That was insane. These fire damages are out of this hand. Out of this world. Out of hand. You know what I mean. 11, 19, 5, 10. He's just dead. He's dead. See, that guy, he just burnt to death. I think this is it. This is the peak free-to-play team. Of course, getting the circuit board does make everything trivial. Without it, I can see some issues, but, you know, get the drip. But of course, you should decide your ego. You know, when you go in, you get 3 choices. If you get the circuit board or anything involving fire, pick this team up. This team probably better than most of the 3-0s in the game that can even fathom. I don't know if it's better than Rabbit Hearthcliff, but I mean, nothing is technically. So if you end up with a Rabbit Hearthcliff and these two in your team, just run this. Just run this. It's so absurd. I just can't get over how good this is. Dead. Punch him. 13 points of fire. 20 fire damage staggered. Low morale. They're just miserable. They hate it here. They hate being a G Corp unit. If anything, this team is only brought down by the fact that there isn't even more fire-based units, aka the Leo faction. I guess we call it L? Leo section? Yeah, Leo section 6. No, lobotomy would be L. Let's get Yuri up. Get a hex nail on her. I just called her Yuri. Whoops. Fucking Faust. I keep looking at Yuri, then I look at Faust, and I just think about Yuri, you know. I'm just hungry for apples. Man. I gotta work on a funny graphic for this one, too. An actual funny thumbnail. Alright, these guys aren't even an actual boss fight, so... I don't know why they put this in the game. Or at least Mirror Dungeon. You know, obviously... in the actual dungeon is supposed to be they're immortal until you solve the quote puzzle. Ishmael, powerful, shoots him dead. Just like that. I know some people don't like Ishmael. I think she's really powerful. That one specifically. I just think bullets in the game were really good. Okay, at least we get to test something here. We get to see if the more thematical an E.G.O. team is. Like, you know, I'm picking all fire right here. And let's just see if we will get a fire E.G.O. here. We don't. That sucks. But, now, the smart thing to do is we pick Tomorrow's Fortune and then we keep trying to farm E.G.O.s. But this goes back to what I mentioned. Don't farm E.G.O.s. At least in this current entry-level Mirror Dungeons. It's not worth it. Maybe Mirror 2, Mirror 3, where E.G.O.s will make or break the game. I'm going with the Melty Eyeball. Because inflict defense level down when enemies affected by Tremors burst. And guess who does Tremor? She does. Let's pick up Mr. Hong here. Absolutely, genuinely disgusting of a character. Just wild. He has no E.G.O. whatsoever in the gacha, at least. Let's look at the map. So we go all the way down here. We get the 3 upgrades. We also have a chance at 3 possible E.G.O.s. Or we go 1, go that. Yeah, that probably works the best. I think I want to do that. I want to do that because I want to gamble a little bit more, get a little bit more E.G.O.s. Our team is so powerful, we don't actually need those levels. Except for the part where I'm going for, obviously, 3 other rank ups. So I think right here, we probably want to get Gregor and Mersault up to 25. And then we can start rounding out all the other units. Okay, cool. These guys right here, you think they're scary, you think they're tough. You know, they beat the shit out of you in Chapter 3. Well, we're about to get some sick, nasty revenge. Watch this. You're gonna love my nuts. Perfected Death Fist. This man has perfected the Death Fist. He's as good as dead. Look at that. Just all that fire. Oh my god. They're just burning alive. This man is the deadest. He's absolutely dead. This guy has 16 tremors. They're all staggered. These guys, they beat the shit out of you. They give you nightmares, you know? They're the mean units. They're just absolutely destroyed. They cannot fight back. That one fell out. Okay, cool. So yeah, I thought that was an abo fight. What the fuck happened? So now we have bleed. We can go for after dealing damage using a single coin skill inflict 1 bleed and defense lower. So we can keep stacking the bleed or deals 10% and takes 20% against enemies with bleed. Again, probably my favorite ego in the whole game because I'm a big fan of the big bad wolf. This is adorable. I love it. I think this may be the better play at the end of the day, but this one is better for killing bosses because we're going to be applying bleed, we're going to be applying fire. They're just going to have a bad day. It's going to be great. Now, where do I think this team crumbles or the biggest weakness is definitely the fact that there isn't enough fire appliers here. So if we are fighting against, lots of abos, or like the boss with the pink shoes, that one I think might actually give us a minor struggle, just because they have very strong. He's dead. He's just dead. Did you guys see that? He had 19 points of fire on him. Stop hitting my Gregor, motherfucker. He's dead. One second. What was I saying again? Yep, see? Just gone. We're just winning. Right, where does the struggle at? The pink shoes boss, because as we know, there are 4 mobs and a boss who hits very hard. He does truck. So that's a little annoying. I think that guy's dead. He's dead. Obviously dead. The perfect death fist. Cool. Alright, so Gregor's a little damage. Where does this team fall apart? Aside from multiple enemies that we just saw. We don't want our units to get hit. That kind of sucks a lot of decks. Let's get them up. Best we can do. There will not be a healing if we get this one. So we just got to be really smart. What does the signboard say? I remember this one. Pick a rose. Any rose. Uh-huh. Who should do it? Faust, don't fail me now. Okay, cool. Nailed it. Pick a rose with a close name. You know, there's the flower-shaped organ for the crown of roses. This one's really good too. Yeah, that was really good. Okay. Alright, so we gotta fight apples again. I'm hoping we can fight a big apple. One of those like the Vine Knights. I hate the dog inquisitors. Those guys are bullshit. But I want to actually try this team on them. To truly see if this is actually just as brain dead as I'm declaring it to be. Okay, cool. There's one of them, not the one I was referring to, but this is fine, right? So hit the I win button. Go for broke. Perfect palm strike. Alright, man's dead. Seer. Ah, God, come on, dude. Leave Gregor alone. Fuck. Chance. Good job. Suppress this idiot. That's not good. Especially when this is happening. I can only hope that our win rates... Yeah, the auto win button does something here. Okay, good. So they're clashing. Flashing, blind charge, really annoying skill, really high rolls. Fucker. Alright, that's a little rough. This is getting a little bit rough. gonna really test our metal on this one, guys. Yeah, okay. New weakness. At least we're running together, right? Avos kind of fucked this team up. Just because of how the targeting system works. That's moderately annoying, to be honest with you guys, but that's fine. It's just the multi-target units do get out of hand because of how the auto-win system works. You know, we're always going to pick fights over winning clashes, which is really obnoxious. Of course, you can do manual, but obviously that's not the point of this team. You know, all these teams I'm making, it's just how easy it is to just hit the I win button. So let's go ahead. So we're in a sticky situation. Marisol, Gregor. Let's get Hong up to. Okay, boys. At least we're fighting against sword enemies. As we know, sword enemies are genuinely humans. Humans do not like being burnt alive for the most part. I don't know why. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat why. But let's see here. Okay, so we got these goons again. We're hoping we win our clashes. Alright. Lots of fire going out. I see almost dead, staggered. These two are fine because they're assholes. He's dead. He's staggered. Alright, he's just dead. Mr. Hong putting in the work. Yeah, he's just dead. Cloudburst, perfect. Mr. Hong out here trying to clean up. Wild. Alright, boys. We're gonna get there. It's almost the boss fight. I'm really hoping we can get some kind of heal. If we get the Thunder Branch, that would be sick. Or the E.G.O. event for the Thunder Branch. I'm confident in giving it to Hong again. He's probably the best way we're gonna win this. So let's see. Jesus Christ, I've never seen this one word. Thunder is kid discharge of high voltage. Tank says this is an aquarium or a laboratory. The sequence of the creature sparks each time they move. Suggested faulty. There are two buttons on the tank. One is shaped like a thunderbolt, while the other looks like a water drop. Lightning applies its pain. Apply stimulation and pain to the centipede to increase the discharge in center. So write a message above the button. See what it does. When you press it, the mechanical sound play for a short while. The item resembles a battery casing. Ooh. Oh, this is very nice. Standard duty battery is one of my favorites when we start. The rupture really helps with Ishmael. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alright, guys, who do you think the boss is gonna be? I got pink shoes twice in a row. Okay. Trivial boss. This is almost disheartening how easy it's gonna be. Hit the I win button. We just gotta kill these idiots and use them as sacrifice. I told you guys last time. Come on, Hong. Anyways. I had a run where it was just Gregor, G-Corp Gregor, and Wakumo Ryosho, and those three alone was able to kill this whole thing. Jesus Christ, look at that damage. Look at that damage. They don't want the smoke, I'll tell you that much. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. He's at a certain point where he can't take any more damage? That's bullpucky. Yeah, I guess I don't want him to die in a turn. Offer a clay door! Take it. Okay. This is pretty lame. I want to change this. I just... Okay. I know this is a brain dead auto win button, but I really want to show you guys how good this team actually is. I'm sure you've seen it. It's nuts already. But let's just go nuttier, you know. This is to go even further beyond, I'm sure. Okay. Let's do this. I know you... I mean, of course, we can just press auto and just win the fight. What the fuck? But I want to see how much damage I can stack here. Or in this case, probably nothing. Actually, no. Okay. Let's go back to pressing the auto win button. Okay.
교전 시작합니다.
That was a waste of a cloud burst, but oh well. Weaken the flame machine. The cool water. Offer a clay doll. Oh, that was easy. As we know, he's pretty much as good as dead. Let's just go ahead and hit damage. It's the same as auto win. But yeah, as we can see, Gregor, really good damage. Oh god, he's on fire. What the hell was that? What? What the hell was that? I've never seen that before. Whatever, fuck it. Okay, that's spicy. There's a high chance that they did not calculate the actual fire, the burn damage, into calculation. There's a very high chance of that. Because there's no way Gregor and Marisol wouldn't be top. Because they were shitting out damage. Other than that, you know. Gregor, Marisol, brainless. Again, really easy. We ended that with 15 Faust, 20 Ishmael, 25 Hong. Only 2 level 30s. I'm thinking that might be one of the best teams. How would I run this team? You know, if I was using my G.I.G.O.s account, Rabbit Heathcliff, and those two. If I got one of the Fire E.G.O.s as a starter, I think that's probably the best because the fire damage is very, very gross. So let's take a look here. We will run this, this, and this. Just these 3. And if you, and what characters would you run afterwards? Probably either of the 2 Hongs if you're well. Ryoshu, if you like losing clashes for high damage, I guess. You can also run a mix of, Rhodia, SSR Ryoshu if you had her. I know a lot of people do. People love Ryoshu for bleeding, so you can combine blood, fire and bleed. Pretty strong. Of course, Rabbit Heathcliff does literally everything. Did you know this guy literally does everything? So what? He gains a charge? What the fuck is this charge even for? He bleeds. He applies fragile, rupture, gains a charge. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. This guy's just the dumbest character you can have inside Mirror Dungeon. So, consensus. it got a little spicy at the ending, but that's because we kept taking on abos. I guess the biggest issue is don't take on abos. Don't let these two get hurt. If you can, I guess if you have like Sinclair to be some form of a tank, might work. I don't know, the existence of this character is genuinely cursed, I feel like at this point. Oh, this thing supplies tremor? Wait, actually his voice section might be pretty good then. What does this idiot do? Yeah, alright. See here. I do not mess around with Yi-Sang enough. I really like him as a character, but not as a playable character. That's just me though. Yeah, that's about it right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the thing. There we go. I really hope the Mirror Dungeons uses these, or I'm fucked, guys. I'm just fucked. I don't know what I'm gonna do without these modules. They generally don't. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Leo Section 6. Definitely good. I also have no idea how E.G.O.s work. That's another fact I just found out. Other than that, yeah, hey, thanks again for watching. Oh, cool, I got another ticket. Nice. Okay, cool. Catch you guys around. Hopefully this was useful to you. Alright, later.